are going to read The Gingerbread Man again. We read it yesterday during reading, and yesterday at the end of the day we got to read a fun Gingerbread Man book. Do you guys remember what that one was called? Ninjabread Man. Yes. How was Ninjabread Man and the Gingerbread Man book similar? Oh, can I have a friend that raises a hand? Carmen. They were both gingerbread mans. What else was similar about them, Zoe? Okay, we'll come back. Liam?
They had bread in them.
They did both have bread in them. Liam, or sorry, Alex?
They were the same thing. They're the same.
Like how they came to life? Yep. Serenity? What else was the same or similar?
Ginger.
Yep, ginger. It had the word ginger. Well, kind of. One of them was ninja bread. Another one is gingerbread. Carter?
That they both have clothes on.
Yeah, they both did wear clothes. Yes, Elena?
And then both got eaten by the fox.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. They had different characters that chased them, but the fox was the same person that ate them in both of them. Mrs. Greenlee and Mrs. Hodges' friends. So today when we read The Gingerbread Man, we are going to be thinking about a problem and a solution. So what was the Gingerbread Man's problem in our book? Yes, Elena?
Got eaten.
Yes, they didn't want to get eaten. So how did the Gingerbread Man and the Ninjabread Man solve their problem by not getting eaten? What did they do? Anyone else know what they did? All right, well, let's start reading and see if we can figure that out. The Gingerbread Man, retold by Jim Aylesworth, illustrated by Barbara McClintock. Once upon a time, there was a little old man and a little old woman. One day, the little old woman said, "Let's make a gingerbread man." "Yes, let's do," said the little old man, and they did. So they mixed up the batter, and they rolled out the dough, and they shaped the little arms, and they shaped the little legs, and they shaped the little head. And with raisins, they made little eyes, and the little nose, and the little mouth, and then with sugar glaze, they dressed him in a fancy suit of clothes.
Is that paint?
It's icing. When all was set, they put the gingerbread man into the oven, and they waited. Pretty soon, the gingerbread man was ready, and so were they. So what were they planning on doing with him? Elena, what were they planning on doing with him? Carter?
Eating him.
Eating him, right? When you guys bake cookies at home, you plan on eating them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was his problem.
Once we made.
But when they opened the oven door, out popped the gingerbread man, and he ran across the floor. Woo, that would surprise me if I was baking cookies and one of them came to life. Then the gingerbread man put his hands on his hips, and he said, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Come back, yelled the little old man. But the gingerbread man said, "No, I won't come back. I'd rather run than be your snack." And he kept on running. And he ran, and he ran, and he ran. And after a time, he met a butcher standing in front of his shop. The gingerbread man put his little hips on his hands on his hips, and he said, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I've run from a husband. I've run from a wife. I'll run from you too. I can.
I like it.
It's fun.
It's funny.
butcher, but the gingerbread man just looked over his shoulder and said, "No, no, I won't come back. I'd rather run than be your snack." And he kept on running, and he ran, and he ran, and he ran. And after a time, he met a black and white cow. The gingerbread man looked up and said, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm a gingerbread man. I've run from a husband. I've run from a wife. I've run from a butcher with a carving knife. And I'll run from you too. I can, I can. Come back," yelled the black and white cow. But the gingerbread man just said, "No, no, I won't come back. I'd rather run than be your snack." And he kept on running, and he ran, and he ran, and he ran.
I would want him for a snack.
And after a time, he met a muddy old sow. What did we say a sow was?
A pig.
A pig. The gingerbread man looked up at her, put his little hands on his hips, and said, "Run, run, you can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I've run from a husband, I've run from a wife, I've run from a butcher with a carving knife, I've run from a cow, all black and white, I'll run from you too. I can, I can." So what is the gingerbread man doing to solve his problem?
He's running.
He's running. Yes. "Come back," yelled the muddy old sow. But the gingerbread man just said, "No, no, I won't come back. I'd rather run than be your snack." And he kept on running. And he ran, and he ran, and he ran. And after a time, he met a fox. The gingerbread man looked at him and said, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm a gingerbread man. I've run from a husband. I've run from a wife. I've run from a butcher with a carving knife. I've run from a cow and a muddy old sow. I'll run from you too. I can, I can."
And then the fox is gonna eat him.
Then he
That's
says,
what I said.
"What did you say?"
What?
asked the fox. "Pretending." Now what does pretending mean?
You can't pretending you can't hear him.
Yeah, so can he really hear him?
Yes.
Yes, he's tricking him, pretending that he couldn't hear. The gingerbread man came closer, and in a very loud voice he said, "Run, run as fast as you can! You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man! I've run from a husband, I've run from a wife, I've run from a butcher with a carving knife, I've run from a cow and a muddy old sow. I'll run from you too. I can, I can!" Just then, the little old man and the little old woman and the butcher and the cow and the muddy old sow came running down the road. "Come back! Come back! Come back!" they yelled. The gingerbread man looked over his shoulder, but before he could say a single word, the fox jumped up and grabbed him. And quick as a wink, before he could think, the gingerbread man was gone. So what happened?
He got eaten.
Yep, he got eaten by
The
fox because he tricked him. The little old man and the little old woman and the butcher and the cow and the muddy old sow all stood and stared at the fox. He hadn't left a single crumb for anyone.
Why? And then
He ate it for himself. Riddle, riddle, ran, fiddle, fiddle, fan. So ends the tale of the gingerbread man. And so what does everyone else go back to doing?
going back to the whole home.
Yep, they go back to their normal life, don't they? So our so our page today is a problem and solution page. So we are going to draw about what the gingerbread man's problem was. What was his problem? Can someone raise a hand and tell me what the gingerbread man's problem was?
They're gonna eat him.
Elena has a quiet hand. What was his problem?
The gingerbread got eaten.
He was going to get eaten by the man and the woman, right? So in this first box, you are going to go back to your desk and draw the little old man and little old woman at the oven, ready to eat him. How did the gingerbread man solve the problem? When they opened the oven, he ran. And then on the bottom, you are going to tell me how you would have solved the problem. So maybe instead of running, you would have done what?
Maybe.
What would you do, Zoe?
Trap him.
You would trap the little old man and the little old woman?
I would eat him.
Because we want to say, if you pretend you're the gingerbread man and you don't want to get eaten and you don't want to run, you could hide.
You could.
Raise your hand. What's another thing? We'll just do a couple. We just have a few more minutes and then we need to get ready, get working. What else could you do, Carter?
Maybe we could set a trap on him.
On the little old woman and little old man? Yeah. So I'm going to let you grab your paper and then we will do the boxes together, okay? That way you know what they are, okay? So when you get your paper, I want you to go back and write your name on it. If you are a boy, you may go get your paper.